In the 1920s, stories started popping up saying that in New York City, people started to adopt pet gators as babies, but when the gators started to get big, they couldn't care for them anymore, so they flushed them down the drain into the sewers. And there they started a new group of alligators that became albino from a lack of sunlight, where they now feed on sewer rats and maintenance workers. Now, despite being a popular urban legend, it has very few bases in reality. For one, if you flushed a gator down the toilet, it would end up going to the water treatment plant, where it would be chopped to bits. Secondly, New York sewers just aren't big enough to support fully grown gators. Yeah, despite what fiction will tell you, most sewers, especially in America, can barely even comfortably hold a person, let alone an alligator. Especially since the urban legend makes it seem like the gators get bigger. Thirdly, there's just not enough food for a population of gators. Yes, there's rats, but rats are very fast animals, and they'd be hard to catch. And they're a lot smaller than fully grown alligators, so they would need to eat a lot of them. Fourthly, sewers are filthy, and full of all kinds of diseases and parasites that would kill the reptile basically as soon as it got there. And finally, alligators are cold-blooded, and New York gets very cold in the winter, so they would definitely freeze to death if they were down there. And not to mention, there have been dozens upon hundreds of sewer workers, and not one of them has ever claimed to have encountered an alligator population. Now, despite not being possible as described, there is some minor truth to the myth. Alligators are a popular exotic pet because people don't realize that they'll get big, and sometimes they get loose in places they shouldn't be. And plus, in places where alligators are native to, they have been reported to sleep in storm drains. But remember, what I'm talking about is specifically the idea of there being a population of alligators in the sewers in New York. That's still untrue.